Hey everyone, Arlene here with a project for G45. I wanted to share these cute little Matchbox candy holders. The idea came from splitcoaststampers.com. I really love that website. There's a lot of cool tutorials and samples and whatnot. So I found a tutorial for this Matchbook candy holder and I thought it was super adorable. So and it would be fun to make for some of the teachers, maybe for Valentine's Day. Or even for that special someone. So let me just show you exactly how I put this together, and I'll show you exactly how it came together by using the tutorial on splitcoaststampers.com. So I'm using G45's Mon Amour paper collection. Love this paper collection. I actually decided to use the 6x6 patterns and solids. The images here are from the 12x12 design paper, and then I also used some of the little chipboard buttons that are part of the chipboard set. So I used some of these down here. And I did some layering with the patterns and solids paper. I added some sequins and some pearls from Recollections. I added some twine and some wild orchid craft flowers. So what you'll need to create this, actually let me show it to you really quick. So here's the cover, and I actually used some brads here too to hold the flap down for the holder. So this is what it looks like from the side, and it holds a Ghirardelli chocolate piece perfectly. So it just opens up like this, and you could actually put a sentiment over here. You could layer some cardstock if you want to and add a sentiment there, but I just added one of the tags from the tag set. Let me show that to you really quick. Okay, so here's the tags and pockets. So I just took some of the sentiments from the tags and pockets and I added it to the little chocolate pocket there. So it fits perfectly a Ghirardelli square. So you just stick that right in there. Okay, and then it just closes right up. So let me show you how I put this together. First off, you'll need 2 pieces of cardstock. So you could choose whatever cardstock you want. I use this craft cardstock from Paper Studio I got at Hobby Lobby. And you'll need 1 piece that is 5 3/4 by 2 3/8. And then you'll need another piece that is 7 3/8 by 2 3/4. Okay, and let's go ahead and get some of the stuff out of the way. You'll need a scoreboard. So I'm just going to use my Martha Stewart scoreboard. And you're going to take the 5 3/4 by 2 3/8 piece, and you're going to first score at 2 1/4, 2 1/2, and 2 3/4. And then you're going to score again at 5, 5 1/4, and 5 1/2. Okay, let's get all the scoring out of the way. So I'm going to take the 7 3/8 and 2 3/4 piece, and for this one I'm going to score this at 3 inches, at 3 1/2 inches, and again at 6 3/4 inches. Okay, and then you can go ahead and put your scoreboard away. And go ahead and take your bone folder and score or burnish at the score lines. Okay. So this piece that I'm folding here, this is the 7 3/8 by 2 3/4 piece. This is the outer shell of the matchbook. Okay. And then this piece is going to actually hold the candy. So that's this piece right here. Okay, the pocket for the candy. So this you're just going to go ahead and same thing, burnish at the score lines that you created, and you're going to do that accordion style, just like that. Okay, super simple, right? Okay, so now we got that part out of the way. It's really simple. You just need to now get some score tape And I'm using some of this red line tape from the sticky store. And just go ahead and place it right. So this is what you created here. You're going to put the red line tape right on this scored piece right here. Okay. Get this out of the way. Okay. And once that's done, you just go ahead and take the tape off. And just go ahead and push it down. So now you have something that looks like this. Okay, this is the pocket for your Ghirardelli chocolate square. Now what I did, something different from what was on the tutorial that I found on Split Coast, is I actually created a little half moon here so that it's easy to take in and out the candy. So how I did that is using a 1/2 inch circle punch. Okay, so you're just going to go in and find the center, and I just eyeball it. Just find the center, and like 1/4 of the way, a little less than half away, just go ahead and punch. Okay, so you have that. All right, now with my matchbook, of course, I lined everything with design paper, and I edged everything with distress ink. So I used distress ink in my distress tool. You can go ahead and do that. How I added the layers, basically really simple. You just go in, and I do a lot of measuring with my Tim Holtz ruler. So of course the first square for the front of the matchbooks measures 2 3/4 by 3. So basically what I do is I just take 1/8 of an inch off of that, and that's how I cut the size of the layer. Okay, so if this is 2 3/4 by 3, then I would make the layer 2 5/8. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 5/8 by 2 7/8. Okay, so that's exactly how I did all the layers. Okay, now really simple. All you need to do is you'll need a piercing pad. So if you have a piercing pad, go ahead and use that. Or if you don't have a piercing pad, then try a mouse pad or something that you won't poke your desk with. Okay, and then you'll need a paper piercer. Okay, let's see if I can find mine. Here we go. So I have my Tim Holtz paper piercer. Okay, so just need a paper piercer, like that, and a couple of brads. Okay, so let me get a couple of brads out. Okay, a couple of brads. And you would just go ahead and add some red line tape. Sorry, let's do that first. So you want to add some red line tape right to the bottom. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's add it here. So red line tape right to the bottom of the pocket. Okay. And you're just going to hold it down here right till it's in the center and touching the score line of where it's folded, but not actually touching the score line because you still need to fold it. So just right above the score line, and then fold this piece in. Okay. All right, so there's your candy pocket. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the brads. And brads are really just decorative. You don't have to add them, but I think it actually looks cute with the brads. And you can do different, you know, design brads if you want to or whatever, just to make it look kind of cool. All right, so I just kind of eyeball it. I don't measure it. Just, you know, you need 2 holes to stick the brads in. Okay. So just kind of punch your holes there. Add your brad. Add your brad. Okay, and then just pull those back. Super easy, super fun, you guys. This is like a really cute project. And if you want to make something like in mass quantities. It's fun to do and pretty easy to do. Now this usually gets a little tight, so we want to make sure it's not too tight because you have to put the flap on here. So sometimes I just kind of play around with it so that's not so tight. Okay, and then you just wrap this around and there you go. Okay, so that's the base of your candy holder, and you can decorate it however you want. Again, this is featuring Graphic 45's Mon Amour paper collection. Super cute, guys. So hope that tutorial was helpful. And I hope you have time to create some of these. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye!